After I ended my last stream, I remembered that song from Melanie Martinez called Drama Club. And it's a pity I didn't remember the lyrics when I was reading that story, because they mentioned Drama Club. That would have been really relevant. I couldn't remember the lyrics. I said this before I hit record, but I'll say it again. I have a PlayStation now, but you won't be seeing Jedi Survivor until it's set up, and Jedi Survivor isn't available for me to, or for someone to get for me till Wednesday. So, yeah. And even then, it would still need to be set up before you'd see anything of the sort. So until you see a stream called Jedi Survivor, you're right to assume that is not set up and that I don't have the game, because you're right to assume such. Is this game gonna work? Just updated it and everything. Or have I got to tell people that I can't play this ever again? And we literally just told everyone that we're playing Big Brother. Now you're telling me I can't play Big Brother. Give you 10 seconds to load, or I'm gonna reload. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You are stupid. We're gonna reload you, motherfucker. It's time you work. I'm the boss and you will work, or I will sue you. I sue you. I sue you for slander. 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 People are waiting to see Big Brother. You're gonna load. Lods. You're gonna lods. 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 Come on, come on, come on, come on. You gonna work? You gonna work? Or have I gotta tell everyone? No, no, no. No, no, no. What? You better not tell me I have to redo this, 'cause no way, Jose. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Alan Carr look-alike. Dun, dun. Day 3. 6:51 p.m. The housemates have just finished watching the rule break clips. Yuchi is now head of house. Everyone is stunned after Yuchi's rule break clip. Yuchi shifts in his seat, unable to meet your eyes. For the first time in my life, I might actually be speechless. That was some seriously diverse gameplay. It's always the sweetest ones who surprise you the most. Surprise is putting it far too lightly. We just witnessed the backstabbing of the victory, people. If I were you, Black Red Minty, I'd be forming in the math. Yuchi glances nervously in your direction. Why did you do it, Yuchi? I mean, we're supposed to be friends. Friends? I get that it's a game, but I thought the experience was what mattered most. And that whole chat was just really sly. I know, and I get that. I've been hurt. I've hurt you, but I never meant it in a cruel way. Look, I feel really guilty about what I said. You might not feel the same way about me anymore, but you're still my friend, Black Red Minty. I just got caught up in the game when I heard the crowd cheering and chanting my name during the first eviction. I don't know, something clicked. I realised I could actually win this thing. I never thought that before, and I never realised how much I wanted it. Seems like we underestimated you, child. You could still play the game without snaking your friends, though. How can we ever trust you again when you say things like that behind Black Red Minnie's back? Well, in a way, it was kind of a compliment. A compliment? He kinda has a point. I love to be seen as someone's biggest friend. I can see that happening can't see that happening anytime soon, dear. Margaret turns to Jacob. And what's your excuse, mister? You didn't fancy diving Yuchi's treachery to the rest of the group? Would have been a tad awkward, don't you think? To be honest, I felt quite uncomfortable by what he was saying, but I didn't want to cause another rule break by repeating it. I suppose that's understandable. Well, I rate it. After that move, you deserve to be head of house. You're smart, Yuchi, and you've got game. Maybe we have more in common than I thought. Ellie and Yuchi smile at one another. Everyone else shares the tense glances. This is Big Brother. Housemates, it's time for nominations. Yuchi, as head of household, you are immune. Please collect your head of house robe from the diary room. Everyone watches Yuchi as he excitedly rushes to the diary room. Dun, dun. 8:51 p.m. The housemates have been nominating for the past 90 minutes. Black Red Minty is the last housemate to make her nominations. You take a seat in the iconic chair and you make yourself comfortable. Hello, Black Red Minty. Could you give me the name of your first nomination and explain your reasons for this nomination? My first nomination is for Ellie, and my reason is she treats this house like a rubbish tip, never cleaning up after herself or offering to help with chores, and I haven't got time for someone that messy. Black Red Minty, could you give the name of your second nomination and explain your reasons for this nomination? You think? My second nomination is Carl. My reason is it's a similar reason to why I nominated Ellie. He's basically allergic to cleaning up. And when you're sharing a space with 8 other people, it becomes a big problem. So I'd like to chuck him out of the house with the rubbish. Thank you, Black Red Minty. You're now free to leave the diary room. Thanks, Big Brother. You sit down with the other housemates. Ellie is admiring Yuchi in his head of house robe. I honestly thought no one else could pull off a robe, but you're making it work for you, Yuchi. Thanks. I don't ever want to take it off. Daisy whispers to you and Ash. Don't know about you two, but I don't think I'm enjoying this new BFF pairing. Do you think it's real though? Are they actually friends now? Ellie knows what she's doing. Flattering the new head of house is obviously just another attempt to further her game. I wonder if Yuchi can see through that. Who cares? He made his bed. This is Big Brother. The housemates nominated for eviction this week are. Tensions are high as Big Brother takes a long dramatic pause. Carl. Me? Are you having a laugh? I think we need to get pest control in, given the amount of snakes that are in this house. Graceful as ever, Carl. And, as the housemates share nervous glances at you, notice Margaret squeezing Jacob's hand. Ellie. Ellie rolls her eyes. Are you all right, Ellie? I'm fine. It's what I get for being everyone's biggest competition. Carl and Ellie, as the housemates with the most nominations, you will both face the next eviction. Whoopity-dee-doo! So does that mean the rest of us are safe? However, as head of house, Yuchi has a very special power to influence the results of the nominations. Yuchi, stand up. We gonna make a move tonight. Yuchi gets to his feet, looking awkward. You now have the power to choose either nomination replacement or bonus nomination. Nomination replacement saves one of the housemates facing eviction and replaces them with someone else. Bonus nomination will add a housemate to those currently facing eviction. Yuchi, make your decision and give your reasons now. Yuchi studies the group. He seems a little flustered. Just do whatever feels right, mate. Bit too late to be sucking up to him, don't you think? You know all about that, wouldn't you, Carl? I don't want to add any more names to the eviction lineup, so I'd like to choose the nomination replacement, Big Brother. What a brilliant decision, Yuchi. Good on you. Margaret shakes her head at Carl. Unbelievable. Yuchi looks between Carl and Ellie. Yuchi, remember that time I fluffled your pillows before bedtime? That was only because you thought it was your bed. Big Brother, I'd like to replace Ellie. You won't regret it, Yuchi. Carl sits back down on the sofa in a huff. If I'm honest, I feel like Ellie might find herself up for eviction again soon. I'd rather someone who is less at risk to be up for eviction. Offensive much? That's such a silly reason for replacing someone. Yuchi glances at Daisy. Also, after everything that happened earlier, she's the only one who had my back. I was feeling overwhelmed and she gave me a great pep talk to boost my confidence. That's cold being tactical. Give over, Carl. You're just bitter he chose to save me instead of you. Yuchi, which housemate are you replacing Ellie with? Yuchi nervously bites his lip and looks around the group. I'd like to replace Ellie with this housemate because I think they'll be popular enough to survive the eviction. Oh, so you're basically saying I'm a goner? Let the man speak, Carl. Big Brother, I'd like to replace Ellie with Black Red Minty. Yuchi offers you an apologetic smile. I really hope you'll take it as a compliment. I just think you're at least at risk of being evicted. A compliment? This is clearly just another play in your master game plan. I can't believe it. First the rule break and now this? You're trying to gain Black Red Minty's trust back, then you've lost the plot. It's cute you two are so loyal, but I think Black Red Minty can speak for herself. Yuchi, you've made a seriously big mistake. And you've chosen me to replace Ellie of all people. I can't believe I ever thought we were close. That's twice now you've chucked me under the bus. I'm sorry, Black Red Minty. Carl and Black Red Minty, you will both face the second eviction tomorrow night. Carl locks eyes with you. Guess it's game on. You and the other housemates get ready for bed after a dramatic day. Yuchi wearily approaches you. Black Red Minty, I just wanted to say sorry again. I honestly based my decision on which housemate I thought would survive the eviction. I just hope you'll be able to forgive me. Are you actually joking? After that snaky move you pulled today, there's no way I'm forgiving you. I understand, I'll leave you be. Yuchi makes his way over to his head of household bed. Ellie is currently sprawled over his luxury duvet. Ellie, this bed is actually mine now. Ellie sits up. She's about to kick off, but she stops herself. I suppose you deserve these silky sheets. You did save me after all. Ellie hops off the bed and skips to the bathroom to brush her teeth. Ash sits on the edge of your bed and looks at you with sincere eyes. Are you sincere? Hey, Black Red Minty, I hope you're doing all right. There's a lot of us here who have your back, you know. Thanks, Ash. I just wanted to check in after I saw Yuchi trying to apologize. Personally, I reckon his apology is just as fake as he is. It's like that guy has done a full personality flip. I thought he was a sweet guy before everything went down. I'm still trying to get my head around it, and choosing to save Ellie was a wild move. Hopefully the public can see him now for who he truly is. It's just so unfair you're nominated again. And the house wouldn't be the same if you left. I wouldn't normally be this worried about you being up for eviction, but I overheard Carl talking to Ellie earlier. What did he say? That he was going to pull out all the stops tomorrow to be the most entertaining housemate, so that the public chooses to keep him in because he's so watchable. I hope you got a survival plan of your own. Before you can reply, Ellie returns from the bathroom. You notice a pang of jealousy as she eyes how close you and Ash look. You ignore Ellie's glance as she stoops back to her own bed. I'll be real with you, Blackbird Minty. I feel like I found a genuine connection with you. Maybe something more than friendship. Oh, it's definitely just friendship. That's all good. That's all good. Thanks for letting me know. I'm more happy than to be your friend. You hear Jacob snoring louder. I think that's my cue to leave. I hope you know I've always got your back, Blackbird Minty. You wave Ash good night and ready yourself for a solid night's sleep. Dun, dun. Day 4, 10:27 a.m. Carl is in the kitchen making breakfast for the other housemates. You stroll into the kitchen to find Carl in full chef mode. The other housemates watch him with huge grins. I didn't know you could cook, Carl. Pop yourself a comfy seat, Black-Red Minty. No need to lift a finger. Everyone's brekkie is on me this morning. It's only been cooking for 5 minutes and it already looks delicious. I never thought cracking eggs could be an art form before this moment. Can't lie, the smell alone has got my tummy rumbling. And on an economy budget as well. What magic are you performing on those beans? Saucy, eh, my friend? You can turn any basic food into flavour heaven when you know how to season the sauce. Carl continues to work each pot and pan like a pro, sprinkling seasoning as he goes. This all smells unreal, Carl. Who knew you had it in you to cook up a storm? It's true. It's true. Big Brother's miracle. No miracles here. I just happen to be an excellent cook. I'm actually in the market for a private chef. Oh, yeah? Like what you see? Not for me, I've already got one. I mean, for my horses. Oh, seriously? Ash opens the cutlery drawer. No need, Ash. I've already laid the table. You glance over at the immaculately dressed dining table. Wow, it's stunning. Carl whisks some eggs whilst handing Margaret a coffee with his other hand. Free sugar's sweet, just like our Scarlet. She eyes Carl suspiciously as she takes a sip. Carl suddenly steps onto the counter and taps his glass of orange juice with a spoon. Everyone goes quiet. Time for a toast, and not just the buttery ones you'll be feasting on shortly. Make it snappy, I'm starving. Before I serve up, I just want to say how lucky I feel to be here with you all. We might be an odd bunch, but we're a big brother family. There's more I want to say, but I'll let my feet do the talking. Carl begins flawlessly tap dancing while everyone watches him in stunned silence. Carl takes a dramatic bow and steps back down. What did we just witness? I said make it snappy, not make it tappy, although that was kind of iconic. You certainly seem different this morning, Carl. Where's all this energy coming from? What do you mean? I'm always dishing out the positive vibes. I'd say the time is a little interesting. I know why you're doing all this, Carl, playing up to the cameras. You want to be as entertaining as possible before the eviction. I guess I'll just have to step up my game. Carl sends you a competitive glance. I'm just being myself like always. Carl begins serving up the breakfast as the other housemates eagerly take their seats. Margaret takes you to one side. I've never seen that man clean up so much as a cup in here. And now he suddenly decides to put on the most lavish breakfast ever. I've spent half my life performing. I know an act when I see one. Follow me, dear. You follow Margaret to the bathroom. Thank goodness we don't have to witness horrific display from Carl anymore. I'm trying to remove the image of him tap dancing from my brain. Talk about cringe, he's doing way too much. Agreed. He made a damn fool of himself. It's no secret that Carl rubs me up the wrong way, and to tell the truth, I'll be happy to see the back of him. But I feel that his loud antics and whining winning him favour with the public. He might be a fool, but he's a ruddy entertaining one. He'll be pulling out all the stops today to be the star of the show. Maybe I can help you outshine him. Oh yeah? When you've been a diva as long as I have, being the centre of attention comes naturally. And as much as it irritates me to say, I see the same qualities in Carl. If you want to steal his spotlight, you seriously should consider my advice. The last thing I need is you getting evicted over Carl. And while we're away from Brian Eyes, I might also treat you to some juicy gossip. I can't afford. Sorry. I'm not sure if your advice will make a difference. Back in my day, I had a predicament quite like the one you found yourself in. And if that's not enough, I have some more information that will take Carl down a peg or two. It'll be very wise of you to use it. Let me help you survive this eviction, Blackburn Minnie. Can't afford it, bitch. I think I'll just rely on my own instincts with this one. Suit yourself. But don't go thinking I'll be sharing any of my juicy gossip with you now. This is Big Brother. Housemates, make your way to the garden, as Blackbird, Minty and Carl will be taking part in a daring game. A daring game? What's that supposed to mean? Who knows, but whatever it is, you need all eyes on you today. Margaret takes an outfit from the rail and hands it to you with a confident mood. Margaret smiles with sheer delight as she looks you up and down. Iconic, and I don't use that sacred word for just anyone. If you wear that today, no one will even notice Carl's there. He'd be far too busy sitting in your shadow. Can't afford. I can't afford, motherfucker. I don't think I can afford anything. Just this old ruffle thing. I might pick this instead. Really? You don't want that spotlight after all. Carl will strut out all guns blazing for whatever this daring game is. Guns blazing, champagne. Pop pass. And if you want the public to be watching you instead, I suggest you go for something a little more eye-catching. But I'm wearing this, bitch. I think I'll go with this. Whatever you want. Just make sure you're ready for the head-to-head. Margaret quickly changes into her outfit. You both head up to the garden to see what game Big Brother has in store for you. You join the other housemates outside. Best of luck for whatever this game is, Blacker and Minnie. We're all backing you all the way. Thanks, you two. Looks like Carl's taking this whole thing very seriously. You all glance over to the seats where Ellie's giving Carl an intense pep talk. And remember to be as entertaining as possible. Lucky for me, I thrive under pressure. I'm like one of Jennifer's crystals. You're thinking of diamonds. Housemates, welcome to today's nomination face-off. Blackbird, Minty and Carl, today you will be competing head-to-head in a game of dares. I wish I was playing at school. I was known as the dare champion. Oh yeah, what gave you that status? We used to play it at parties. They always dared me to go home. Rose to the occasion every time. Legendary stuff. Margaret gives an oblivious Jacob sympathy pat on the shoulder. There will be a prize for the winning housemate, and for the losing housemate there will be a punishment. Carl gives you a competitive stare. As for the rest of you, you will each dish out a dare of your choice. Blackbird, Minnie and Carl will then compete to be the first housemate to complete the dare. Let the games begin. You and Carl make your way to the centre of the garden to await the first dare. Might have to, of course, we have fruit in this. Normally that's fine. Just been doing more talking than normal today. I want this competition to be as spicy as possible, so I dare you to take a big gulp of hot sauce. The other housemates cheer as you rush towards the door, eager to raid the kitchen cupboard. But Carl's already pulled a bottle from his pocket. He takes a swig without breaking a sweat. Wait, you just happen to have hot sauce in hand? How's that fair? Carl shrugs and sends you a smug grin. I always keep a bottle on hand, my trusty pocket sauce. And I presume Ellie knew about this little habit of yours. It's not my fault I'm good at paying attention to people. I'm not sure about this. It feels cheating. It's snaky, but there is nothing in the rules to say it can't stand. Looks like Carl wins this round. Right, I dare you both to tell us a scandalous story. We'll collectively decide on which is the most devious tale. May and scandals go together like Ellie and obscenely expensive ponies. Okay, here's one for you. A forbidden romance. I was working the first class section during a flight to Tokyo. A handsome passenger took a shine to me. I ended up sitting on his lap for the rest of the flight. Got my colleagues to cover me and kept it on the down low while we enjoyed kisses and first class luxuries. That's outrageous and wholly unprofessional. Beat that black red minty. One time I started a food fight in a restaurant. This man was being extremely rude to a waiter, so I decided to fling a pea at him. He retaliated by throwing mashed potato, but it landed on someone else, royal mashed potato. Next thing you know, a full on food fight erupts. That's hilarious. It may be funny, but it's hardly scandalous. I think Carl's story steals a point for this round. Most of the housemates nod in agreement. Maybe I should have clicked the other one. Fine, Carl wins. Right, the next dare has got a cocker for a dare for you. First to sing the entire lyrics to my band's hit song wins. You and Carl, we look at each other. Not a single word springing to mind. Seriously? Neither of you know the lyrics to Mama in the Mosh Pit? Mama in the what? How is anyone supposed to guess the words to that? I'm with Black Red Minty on this one. That stare's way too obscure. I was literally singing it yesterday. I guess there was more on our minds than the lyrics of your song. You lot need a serious lesson in rock and roll. Can I be the first to sing some of Zep's lyrics instead? Don't bring me into this. I actually know loads of Jacob's lyrics. Mama in the Mosh Pit is a banger from the Chap Lips and Swaying Hips album. Dun 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 dun. Mama in the Mosh Pit, push me like a pram. Dun 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 dun. Finally, some respect. Thank you, Zep. Jacob turns to you and Carl. 0 points to the both of you. Jacob sits back down in a huff. Margaret sensationally whispers at the lyrics in Jacob's ear. I want to be a misfit with that mama in the mosh pit. Jacob looks at her in R.E. Let's get this game back on track, shall we? I dare you two to have an arm wrestle. Wow, Ash, I thought you'd be on Black Red Minnie's side. You're making this far too easy for me. Yeah, we'll see about that. You got this, Black Red Minnie. You and Carl take your positions and rest your elbows one on the seats. You decide your preferred arm wrestling technique. Ready, set, go. You keep your hand in a steady position as Carl uses all his strength to attempt to take you down. Your arm remains rigid as Carl strains. You sense his tiredness kicking in. Defeated, Carl drops his arm onto the seat. That was seriously impressive, Black Red Minty. Carl, were you even trying? No, I obviously let her win that one. Carl's too flustered to meet your eyes. Sure you did. 1 point to Black Red Minty. I hope your arms aren't too tired from my dare. First to do a handstand wins. You calmly place your hand on the floor and push yourself up onto the handstand position. From your upside down view, you can see Carl's arms are still too tired to hold himself up. I think it may be too obvious who wins this round. You jump back to your feet as the others cheer. Carl tries his best to look unbothered. Whatever, I didn't want to get my hands dirty. Let's maybe have less strenuous dares. I dare you both to reveal a lie you've told in the Big Brother house. Biggest lie wins. And what if I haven't told a lie in here? Then that's your biggest lie. If Black Red Minty says she hasn't told a lie, then she hasn't. Black Red Minty's too real for this dare. Well, that's unfortunate. What have you got for us, Carl? Where do I start? I don't actually work for a luxury airline. Called it. Yeah, it's budget, but that doesn't mean I don't bring class to the crew. I lied about my fiance being famous. He works in a cafe. What else? I told Zepp I knew the lyrics to all his songs. You said you were my biggest fan, and I also lied a bit. We get it. Please stop. A well-earned point, Carl. Why are you rewarding his deceitful behavior? I prefer creative. Okay, so Carl is winning by 1 point. But the rules of the game have been pretty inconsistent so far. So let's add more chaos. This final dare is worth a double point. Let's see which you is truly the most entertaining. When I say go, the first person to jump in the hot tub takes the win. Can't afford it. I gotta take the loss. Ash recognizes the hesitant look on your face and pulls you to one side. You gotta go for this, Black Red Minnie. Not only to win the prize and avoid the punishment, but if you make a splash before Carl, the public are sure to love it. And the eviction is just around the corner. I have a feeling Carl might take the win, and I'm not too bothered about that. Alright, if that's how you feel. On your marks, get set, go! Carl finds a burst of energy and races ahead of you in the hot tub. He leapfrogs over the edge and jumps in with a splash. You stop in your tracks as Carl drastically rises from the water and performs a victory dance. Well, his arms might be weak, but his legs sure ain't. What a performance! Carl, congratulations on winning the nomination face-off. As your prize, you may now choose a punishment for Black Red Minty. I reckon it's only fair that both of us get wet. Black Red Minty, your punishment is to join this winner in the hot tub. You begrudgingly join Carl at the hot tub and slip into the bubbling water. The other housemates watch as Carl leans back and eyes you with a grin smug. So, Blackbird Minty Plays, how does it feel to lose against me? Because with the eviction coming up, you should probably get used to it. Housemates, I have another surprise in store. The public have been taking part in Big Brother's big survey, and the results are in. It will soon be time to find out what the world really thinks of you. Feeling nervous, Black Red Minty? The eviction battle between Black Red Minty and Carl is well truly on. But will Big Brother's big survey shake up the house ahead of the eviction? Tune in next time to find out. Oh, advert. Display gacha. Display gacha is going up. Go up. Go up. Go up. I'll put the display capture back on again when the ads are over. Over. Mm. No. Pixie. No. Pixie. Oh no, it's not going to include everything it's saying in quarter overloaded. Day 4, 3:23 p.m. The housemates are gathered in the kitchen, waiting for Big Brother's big survey to begin. Daisy's nerves are clearly bubbling as everyone speculates about Big Brother's big survey. I don't get it. How much can you be right now? How can you be so happy right now, Yuchi? What if this survey is the ultimate dragging? I'm pretty sure I'm the public in the public's good books. You all heard the cheers. You don't say anything and let Yuchi continue monologuing. I mean, that was an utter adoration, right? I see excellent survey results in my future. If there's one thing my career has taught me, it's the fame that is fleeting. One minute you're loved, the next you're loathed. And even worse, they don't even know your name. Man, that doesn't sound good. When you're a housemate name like you and I, you'll always be remembered. Always ready with a jab, aren't you? I find it keeps people alert. Aren't you worried about the public won't find it as charming as I do? When you've been in the game as long as I have, public opinion means less and less. How come? Because someone has always has something to say, and eventually it's just water off a duck's back. I get what you mean, Margaret. Well, I'm not turning anything out when it comes to the survey results. I know the public will love me. Let's not forget I was the best head of household ever. You decide that you'd rather keep your opinions on Ellie to private. But Margaret can't help but laugh at Ellie's statement. What's so funny? Obviously, the fact you thought that you were the best head of household ever. From where I'm sitting, it sounds like you were just a little bit jealous. Ash clears his throat, stopping Margaret and Ellie in mid-bicker. I think hearing what the public think could be fun, but it could lead to more of that. He gestures in the direction of Ellie and Margaret. I don't want that. I don't want what the public says to cause us to fall out. They'll only be saying glowing things about me, and I don't see that leading to any disagreements. But even if they do get the claws out, it's only a bit of fun. Let's all try to be as chill about this like I am. Margaret nudged you to lean closer so you can hear what she's whispering. Who? Let's try to be chill. Like him. Who's he trying to fool right now? He's clearly putting on an act to try to get through the eviction, and not a very good one either. I see right through him. I see right through you. Couldn't agree more. He's being so fake right now. I knew you'd see through him like I did. And I have a feeling that the longer we stay in the house, the more performances we'll see. Because Carl isn't the first one to act up for the cameras. And I can guarantee he won't be the last. Guarantee I get what you want. Suddenly, you hear the sound of Big Brother's voice coming from the speakers. This is Big Brother. Housemates, make your way to the dining area where the results of Big Brother's big survey await you. A nervous energy falls on the group as you take your seats, awaiting for Big Brother to speak again. Housemates, members of the public were asked to participate in Big Brother's big survey. They were asked which housemate matched a variety of statements. And the results of the survey are in. Fasten your seatbelts. I think we're about to be in a rough ride. Big Brother asked the public who the messiest housemaid is. They said, Ellie. What a load of utter nonsense. I'm far from messy. I don't know which member of the public they asked, but clearly they don't watch the show. Oh, Ellie, be serious. Yeah, you're so messy. Can you give me an example? Well, I've never seen you wash a plate. You've been here 5 seconds. I haven't seen you wash a plate either, Ellie. And you don't put things back in the cupboard when you've finished using them. You keep your thoughts on Ellie to yourself and don't get involved in the back and forth. Well, I didn't realize you all taken such an interest in what I do day to day. The survey is already getting frosty, and that was only the first result. I'd say we're in for a rough ride. You all go quiet and hear Big Brother's voice. Big Brother asked the public who the most intelligent housemate is. They said, Daisy. What? Yeah, what? No offence, but I don't think you've done much to earn that title. Offence taken? Maybe I haven't done much in this house to earn it, but outside of it, I have. If any of you bother to ask what I study at uni, then you'd know. Point taken. What will you be studying, Daisy? I'm well intrigued now. Advanced mathematics and astrology. I'm a literal genius. You've proved me wrong. Sorry, but I'm gonna need more than that. I want proof. You lean back in your chair and watch Daisy shake her head at Carl. I can't believe you're saying that. Why? That's something I'd say. You know what? I want to make you look silly. So tell me how to prove I'm telling the truth. What's 280 times 16? 3,328. Carl looks around for confirmation. He's met with nothing but shrugs. You ask me something you don't even know the answer to? I assume someone else would know. If you get me a pen and paper, I'll figure it out. I need at least half an hour. I remember your abilities during the shopping budget. I have zero faith you could figure it out. Very fair. Trust me, guys, that's the answer. Big Brother's voice cuts short any further speculation. Big Brother asked the housemate who the sassiest housemate is. They said, Margaret. Couldn't agree more. Stop it. Right now. I deserve that one. Given that you sassed me out a minute ago, I'm inclined to agree. That was hardly sass, Daisy, but still, this is a deserved win. I'm way sassier than Margaret. I was making director's weeks with my sass long before you even knew what sass was. And I suggest you simmer down before I show you what true sass is. I'm simmering down because I want to, not because you said so. Whatever helps you, darling. Suddenly Big Brother's voice comes out of the speakers once again. Big Brother asks the public who the sweetest housemate is. They said, Jacob. I'm chuffed with that. Not a bad description to get at all. You, the sweetest, I strongly disagree. Yeah, I have to agree with Ellie. Sweet and Jacob aren't two words I put together. Geez, talk about taking the wind from someone's snails. Sorry, but sweet just isn't how I describe you. Nah, I think that's the perfect description for Jacob. I've seen him doing a lot of things around the house without looking for praise. Thanks, Eb. That's nice of you to say. I have to say, I like a man with a sweet side, Jacob. I'm happy to hear it, Margaret. Big Brother's voice interrupts Margaret and Jacob's flirtation. Big Brother asks the public who the most genuine housemate is. They said, Ash. Can't ask for better than that, really. What you see is what you get. No game playing or pretending to be someone else I'm not. I don't know. I still think you're a bit of a player. You choose not to participate in the conversation between Ash and Carl. I guess I'm just a disappointment you'd think that about me, Carl. Especially when I'm just being me, having a good time and bantering with new friends. I'm not convinced you're just bantering for fun, though. I think you're trying to banter with your way to the finish line. Considering you said this is just a bit of fun earlier, you seem to be taking it the most seriously. I'm easy breezy, just pointing out flaws in some of the public's votes, that's all. Ash, please ignore Carl. He's just cut up. No one thinks he's sassy. I love bantering with you, so you better not stop any time soon. I won't dream of it, Margaret. Has anyone else noticed we've had some pretty tame ones? Maybe they're just warming up. Or anyone else can comment. Big Brother interrupts. Big Brother asked the public who the snakiest housemate is. They said, Yuchi. I guess the public weren't into you as much as you thought. I literally have no words. Maybe they thought it was Snaky using nomination replacement to save Ellie and to put Blackburn mini plays up for eviction. Why would that put Yuchi on the train? Did this station saving me as some sort of huge error when clearly it was the right call? You keep your feelings private while Deli looks for confirmation that it wasn't wrong to nominate you. I mean, seriously, you guys, Yuchi made the right call. Carl is the only one who nods along in agreement. Yuchi sighs deeply. I really thought the public loved me. They were literally cheering my name, and now I told you, Yuchi. They love you one minute, and the next they're not coming over for your autograph. They're just after directions to the nearest toilet. Oddly specific. But anyway, spotlight moves around, Yuchi, and that light's now on me, so the next time we hear cheers, it will be my name. Yuchi, are you okay? Thanks for asking, Black Minnie. At least you have some sympathy. Unlike some people, Yuchi looks over at Carl. What? What did I do? Me? I'm a literal fall from grace, and you're just focused on being the centre of attention. I think you're being a tad bit dramatic. I mean, a fall from grace? Really? I had a sea of people chanting my name, and now the public are calling me a snake. You never know, Yuchi. Maybe some of those cheers were just for your family rooting for you. I'm confused, Ash. What was that supposed to make me feel better? Yeah. Well, it didn't. Noted. Big Brother's voice booms over the speakers with the next survey result. Big Brother asked who the funniest housemate is. They said Carl. Remember when I said the public will be chanting my name? There's the proof, people. They love me clearly. You are a funny guy. Can't argue with that result. And you know you've had me in hysterics so many times, Carl. You being voted the funniest is the only results I've agreed with 100%. Thanks, Ellie. Carl looks over at you with a smirk. Looks like you're going up against a national treasure for tonight's eviction, Black Red Minty. You stay quiet whilst Carl continues rambling on about how much the public adores him. It's so flattering to be loved in such a way. Funniest housemate. What an honour. What a... Big Brother cuts Carl off mid-sentence. Big Brother asked the public who the sexiest housemate is. They said Zeb. That's not a bad title to get. I'll happily be known the sexiest housemate. I have to admit, you might be one of the hottest men to ever pick up a guitar. Or maybe the second after me. Not to be rude or anything, but Zeb isn't all that. Ouch, Blackburn Minty. It's good to be humble every so often, Zeb. Otherwise your head would get so big you wouldn't fit through the door. I guess I should thank Blackburn Minty then. The latest survey result has hardly been discussed. When Big Brother chimes in with the next result, Big Brother asked the public who the most laid-back housemate is. They said Blackburn Minty. Really? There's no way. Blackburn Minty deserves that. I'm so much calmer than her. Nothing screams calm than arguing about being calm. Butt out, Ash. Surely you can admit that Black Red Minty. That's Black Red Minty. You look Carl straight in the eyes and lean towards him. You speak quietly so everyone edges closer to hear you. I think you might have a few insecurities that require some work. Instead of looking into yourself and discovering what is missing, you project your hurt onto me. I'm not your enemy, Carl. You are. That was the chillest takedown I've ever seen. Cool as ice. And you said she didn't deserve the most laid-back housemate title. You sure about that, Carl? Carl is left speechless. Housemates, I hope you enjoyed Big Brother's big survey. Enjoyed it. I'm happy to see the back of it. I got a bit shady towards the end. You can say that again. It still haunts me that I got voted most snaky. Yuchi. As head of household, you can choose to hear One final survey result. I don't think I want to hear any. I don't think I want to hear anything else. Same, I'm so over this. Come on, Yushi, this is too juicy to pass up. Think of all the things it could be. I am, and that's why I don't want to. I think Yuji's right. This results might be better left unsaid. See, Black Red Mini gets it. Big Brother asked the public who the most annoying housemate is. Don't you want to know what they said? We have eviction fast approaching. This could tell us who's at risk. Don't you want to know what you should be preparing for, Blackford Minty? Plus, I've got my suspicions on who it could be. Suspicion in my heart. Suspicion. And I think it'd give you a boost at the opportunity time. I think I'd rather just focus on surviving this eviction than hearing this. Yeah, let's leave this survey alone. Big Brother, I don't want to hear the final survey result. Understood, Yuchi. Big Brother's big survey is officially over. Housemates, it's time to get ready for tonight's eviction. Whispered discussions about the survey results continue as you all make your way to the bathroom. Ellie angrily looks for an outfit to wear. Everything okay, Ellie? I'm still irked about that whole messiest housemate thing. Ellie starts folding the clothes she's decided not to wear, but gets frustrated and throws them on the floor. Yeah, I'm gonna give you some space. Margaret comes over to you and notices the pile of clothes on the floor. I know I'm gonna pick them up. I didn't say a thing, darling. Margaret focuses her attention on you. She sighs a little. I have no clue who's going tonight. Carl might be a lot of things, but not lacking in he's not lacking in entertainment value. Maybe you should go for an outfit that utterly steals the show. A gorgeous look that is a sure way to make the public fall in love with you. And I think I've spotted just the thing. Margaret hands you an outfit from the railing. Margaret claps decisively. I don't know whether I'm clapping for myself or putting this vision together, or clapping for you for the way you're absolutely pulling it off. Simply dazzling. What do you think, Black Red Minty? Can't afford. I'm gonna go for this. For an eviction look, all eyes are gonna be on you tonight. This is where you need to go all out. Are you sure you don't want to have another nosy for a different outfit? Can't afford none of it. I like this look. If you're happy, then so am I. Now the rest of us need to get ready. Margaret admires herself in the mirror. I've still got it. You hear a loud sigh coming from Ellie. Oh, Missy's housemaid, I mean, seriously. The pile of clothes is still at your feet, Ellie. I thought I picked those up. Ellie gets work grabbing the clothes off the floor, whilst the rest of you head out. Dun dun. 6:27 p.m. Black Red Minty, Daisy, and Ash are in the garden talking about their journey so far, ahead of the second eviction. I just feel like I haven't gone full throttle, you know. You think you've been holding back? Exactly. There's so much more to me that I haven't shown. What are we missing out on? I'm usually way more of an extrovert, but since I've been in here, I haven't been as outgoing and, well, loud. Not loud. I think some of the other housemates might disagree. Right, I know I'm loud in the sense I get all screamy when I'm excited. I mean, but in that, I want my personality to shine more than it is. It's hard to be center stage when you're living with Margaret, Carl, and Ellie. That's so true. Thanks, Mister. Thanks, Ash. Thanks, Mr. Genuine. Honestly, I'm still chuffed with that result, even if some people didn't agree with it. How are you both feeling about your survey results? I'm over the moon. I'm so happy the public thinks I'm the most laid back. They really made the right decision with that one, even if Carl disagreed. Yeah, he was way off. Only Black Minis could have that title. You smile at them in agreement before giving your focus to Daisy. What about you, Daisy, getting the most intelligent housemate happy? I was. It made me think about my family and how I wouldn't have that if it weren't for them. They kept me focused and encouraged me when I felt overwhelmed. They even got second jobs so that when I have to go off to uni, I'll have a nice pot of savings. They always believed in me, even when I didn't. So yeah, getting that title felt amazing, even if some shady people didn't think I deserved it. In my defense, this was before I knew your backstory. Yeah, yeah. Daisy looks down at her hands, a sad look on her face. Are you okay? What happened? Just talking about my family. I miss them a lot. I know we're in a full house here, but I do feel lonely sometimes without my family around. Hey, you can always come to me when you feel lonely. I'm more than happy to be your support whilst we're on this journey. That's so sweet of you, Blackbird Minnie. Thank you. And for the record, Daisy, I get how you feel. My family's everything to me too. I miss my little brother a lot too. Suddenly the living room phone starts ringing. Daisy excitedly sprints inside to answer it before anyone else can. You and Ash rush after her, excited to see who's calling. Daisy's already putting the phone to her ear when you hear the other housemates arrive. Hello, Daisy speaking. Who is it? They haven't said anything. Hello? Anyone there? Daisy shrugs at you and all, then she lets out a squeal of joy before jumping around. It's my mom! It's my mom! Mom, I was literally just saying how much I miss my family, then you call? I could literally cry. I'm so happy right now. Yeah, I noticed it. I was actually just telling Blackbird Minnie and Ash the same thing. Daisy turns her body away from the group and talks in a more whisper. Seriously, actually, no, I'm not that surprised. Yeah, it's because he misses me so much. Daisy bursts out laughing. Exactly, just like that time on holiday. Daisy continues to chat happily on the phone. Sounds like a great phone call. What I wouldn't give for a chat with my family. Daisy continues giggling into the phone behind you. I'm happy for her, I really am, but I can't help but feel a little jealous. Just imagine how good it would feel to have a loved one's voice right now. Daisy laughs hysterically. I know. Thanks for telling me, Mom. I love you lots too. See you soon. Well, not too soon, I hope. Bye. Daisy puts the phone down and turns to the group. Good chat. Very. She said the family haven't stopped watching. They are super proud of me. She also said she wants to see me come out of my shell more and show you all how fun I can be. I'd be intrigued to see that. I'm far more interested in why you got all shifty on the call. I didn't get shifty. You turned away. I'm a whisper and I hate to say it, but you were kind of shifty. See, I don't know what you're talking about. Backer Minis, can I talk to you for a second? Because a secret conversation isn't suspicious at all. You walk over to Daisy and lean in to hear what her whispering. If the phone call starts ringing again, I sorry suggest you answer it, Blackbird Mini. Why's that? I think there's some stuff going down on that we don't know about. The phone starts to ring again. You should definitely answer it, Blackbird Mini. It could be someone from home with something important to tell you, or it might even have some gossip about another housemate. Can't afford it. The phone continues to ring. How can you not want to know who's on the other end of the call? Come on, Blackbird Mini. Don't you miss a chance to speak to someone from the outside? Forget that. I'm answering it. Ellie starts charging for the phone. Let the bitch answer it. Bitch. You watch as Ellie leaps for the phone. She holds it in her ear. Hello? Anyone there? She waits for a minute before slamming the phone down. There's no one there. I could have missed out on a call from my mom because of the two of you. Ellie storms off to the kitchen. We should probably check she's alright. Everyone starts to walk to the kitchen, but Zep stops you. Hey, Blackbird Minnie. While everyone's distracted, there's something I really need to talk to you about. Carl's been up to some shaky stuff in here ahead of the eviction, and for some reason he told me all about his game plan. Something about being able to trust my pretty eyes, plus he told me his thoughts on the other housemates. It's really not what I expected. He's been holding on to a lot of secrets, Blackbird Minnie. Anyways, I think you seriously need to hear all about his shady antics. I can't afford it. That's what the diary room's for, I guess. Come on, let's go join the others. You lead Zep to the kitchen. You walk up to the kitchen and find Ellie with her head in her hands. She looks up at all of you and shakes her head. I'm so sorry. I was so rude. I just really wanted to hear from my mom, and I know I have no clue if it was her on the other end of the phone, but I built up this hope that it would be. She lets out a sad sigh. I've been thinking about home a lot lately, and I'd love to have talked to my mom to see how she is and check on my horses. I've been away from them for this long, and I always video call so they don't notice my absence so much. I bet Mrs. Silverleaf is just beside herself. Don't be down, Ellie. I'm sure your horses are doing well. Yeah, I'm sure you're right. I appreciate the kind words, Black Red Minnie. I also think your horses are doing great, Ellie. Thanks, Carl, but I am feeling much better now. Good. Nobody deserves the drama tonight. I do want to say one quick thing before to not cause drama, but as head of household, I should have gotten the call, or at least been offered it. Are you joking? No. What's the point of being head of household if you don't get perks? Why did you get to speak to your mum? Surely I should have got something. What you're saying is wild. You had no right to a phone call than anyone else. You've both made some good points. Strong disagree with what Yuchi's saying has zero sense to it. I've got some chime in here. I see where Yuchi's coming from. What? How? As things start to get more heated, Margaret holds up her hand to silence everyone. I thought we said no drama, Yuchi. Can we please nip this conversation in the bud? This is Big Brother. It's time for tonight's evictions. Can all the housemates gather at the seating area? I'm ready to hear the public screaming my name. Carl struts over to the living room. The others follow. You wonder whether you'll survive the eviction. Scream my name. Everyone is gathering in the living room, as you await the eviction results. Daisy leans over to whisper to you. I didn't say anything earlier because I don't want to be a stir, but my mom told me on the phone that Carl has been an absolute snake, talking behind everyone's back and being a big time game player. What are you two whispering about? Oh, I bet you're feeling homesick after speaking to your mom, Daisy. Carl wedges himself in between you and Daisy, putting his arm around her shoulder. You can turn to me if you want to talk, Daisy. I'm here for you. Are you really, Carl? Because I've heard otherwise. Carl pulls away from Daisy. And what's that supposed to mean? You know what? Never mind. Well, I still want an answer. He swerves around to face you. Black red minty. Do you know what Daisy meant? Can I afford to tell you? Nope, I don't know what Daisy meant. You go quiet as Carl goes to sit far away from you and Daisy. Sounds of the crowds outside starts to flood into the room, stealing your focus. You hear the crowd shouting, Carl, Carl, Carl. Ash looks over at you. I really don't want you to go, Black Red Minnie. You better get prepared for it, Ash, because the only name being cheered. You better get used to it, Ash, because the only name being cheered is mine. There's a lot of suspense in the house right now. The crowd seems to be loving Carl, but does that mean he'll survive eviction? Join me in the next episode to find out. I'm not telling you nothing. Oh well, we cannot read more till next time because it's making me get more tickets. And I haven't got time to wait 59 minutes. So I guess we'll just have to wait till next time to find out who got kicked out. It's gotta be Carl, because how are they gonna continue this if I get kicked out before the end? It's like, how's that gonna make sense? I guess we'll just have to wait till next time to find out, because I can't wait. 58 minutes. That's too long of a wait. I'll just end it here, and then next time we will read what we can. So Yeah, sorry, I've got itchy eyes, so I might be distracted. But yeah, need to get the chat back up again before I do the outro, actually. Oh. Yeah, get me to 3 viewers next time, and I'll hopefully be live again. I'll hopefully be live again on Tuesday. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. I was gonna go live tomorrow, but if I'm not home, then there's no point because I won't be able to play Sims as long as I would have. It'd be the same as that Thursday. So yeah, we'll just have to wait a bit longer before I play more of that Sims 4 challenge, I guess. Until I'm at home on a Monday and have time to stream like I would have done yesterday. That's how things will be, so yeah. Get me to 3 viewers next time, and yeah, might be live again Tuesday, and I'll decide on Tuesday what I will be playing, if I can go live Tuesday, because I might not even be able to. Anyway, thanks for